Okay, I want to do a quick video here. I started to shoot another one, and just as I was getting to the good stuff, I got cut off because of my memory card. So anyways, what I got here is a headless telly style. It's a white Limba one-piece body. Same with the neck, one piece. One with a maple fretboard. I'll be using ABM hardware. Their bridge is, I don't know. I mean, it does everything it's supposed to. It you know, has all the adjustments in it, and it looks kind of neat, but it's, I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm not crazy about. You know, for another guitar, you know, I could probably use it. Having said that, I have a guitar I made and I used black ABM hardware, and I didn't use the bridge on that one either. So, you know, their hardware is fairly expensive, so to have the bridges, you know, not using the bridges is not the best thing in the world. But anyways, so I'm going with the tried and true Tune-o-matic. You know, they adjust real nice. Everybody knows them. They work well with their bridges. The bridges is where ABM really shines. They're nice and compact. They adjust real nice. You can just bolt them down. You know, you don't have to route them out or anything like that. The previous guitar I made with it, I did route it out, and you know, I countersunk it and I angled it back a little bit. Don't know if I'm going to do that with this guitar. I might, or you know, I'm trying to keep this guitar simple. Like I said, it's a telly themed guitar, and you know, I just wanted to keep it you know, simple. I was originally going to put a flame maple book, or you know, just figured maple book match top on there, and then I thought, you know, I had planed out a bunch of mahogany bodies and was going to prep those for it, and had a neck picked out, and then I thought, you know, I got some white Limba here, and the grain reminds me quite a bit of ash, so I thought that would work really nice with this style of guitar. Well, the ABM hardware, as I was talking about, their headpieces. I started to machine my own headpiece, and I thought, well, you know, I can't. You know, their headpiece is a nice design. Where it sucks though is they don't have a truss rod hole in there. You know, you could drill one out, but it's chrome, so that wouldn't work out too nice. But I want to use it anyways. I used one on another guitar I made, and it turned out pretty good. I did have the truss rod access down at the heel of the neck, though. Usually on guitars, I prefer them at the head there. It's just, I don't know. Not all guitars, but most guitars I do. So anyways, I'm going to be using their headpiece. So I thought, well, you know, you can just extend this a little bit so I can have the access hole there, and then I can mount the headpiece on the top like that and use a traditional nut. I will be angling this back just a bit, and the headpiece itself will be angled, so it'll give a nice break angle over the nut. The fretboard, and this guitar is 25-inch scale. The fretboard, I was just going to go with a plain maple, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll do something fancy, and then I thought, well, no, you know, just keep it simple. So I ended up going with kind of a medium flamed maple, and it's nothing crazy. You know, once I put oil on there, it'll show up more, but it won't be so crazy that the thing looks you know, rotten or anything like that. So and I was going to put dots in there. I thought, no, I'll just, you know, I like a plain fretboard. Most guys, though, they like having the side dots on a neck. So I thought, and I really hate drilling out those things. So I don't know. I was thinking, and while the neck it's not carved out, it's in a block form. It's real nice to clamp in a vise. So I thought, well, I'll just clamp it over in the mini mill, and I'll just run out these little inlays. And they kind of serve a dual purpose, and that is because of the thickness of the inlay. You can see just a little bit on the side, so they serve the dual purpose of, you know, a side dot and the top inlay. I really like those inlays because they look a little bit modern, and you know, they're nothing crazy. So and the neck, I was going to go with a bolt-on neck, which would have meant that the neck pocket would have extended out a little bit. So, but I thought, well, I'll go with a set-in neck. You can bolt those in too, but being as this is limba, I thought, well, I'm most likely going to glue that in, and I'm going to go with a single coil in the neck position too, and of course that will be routed out and then sanded down flush. I started to pencil in just a rough idea of what the pick guard was going to be. I haven't, you know, fully decided. I'm making up this guitar kind of as I go along. The pick guard itself is either going to be black or tortoise shell, and you know, so I'll try and, you know, blend that with the body real nice. Speaking of the body, it's I spent a lot of time designing this body, even though it's based on a telly. You know, like I've made tellies in the past, and I got all the templates and whatnot, and I just thought, well, you know, I mean, this is a full size body too, but I thought, you know, I want to do something just a little bit sleeker, and plus you got the 25-inch scale, which plays a role in, you know, where your bridge is going to go and how the cutouts are gonna sit, and so you really have to pay attention to how comfortable it's going to be, not just how it looks, and sometimes those two affect each other. So so I always try and, you know, comfort is number one, you know, basically, I guess. So anyways, I tried to do a sleeker design, spent a long time designing it. What I did too was, well, first I'll explain this tailpiece. I originally designed on paper, having it solid and just keeping the flow of the guitar like that, and then right here I would have it cut out. You could still, you know, very comfortably adjust the tuners, but you'd still maintain the flow of this. But when I was drawing it out, no matter how I drew it out, it, like this, the tuners down here like that and like that, it looked like a mouth. So I tried, you know, 100 different, altering the cutout and the design, and, you know, what am I going to do with this, and I tried everything, and no matter what I did, it still looked like a mouth. And I really wanted to maintain, you know, the flow of the guitar. So when you first look at it, you're not kind of like, oh, you know, that's a headless guitar, you know. But in the end, I opted to go for the traditional headless, you know, cutout access there. I even tried moving the tailpiece down farther like that, but I didn't particularly like how long the strings went over the body. I just didn't, for this style of guitar, I just didn't think that worked really, really great.